Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of Data Science using Python series. In this video, we are going to be covering the topic Basics of Coding in Python. So let's get started. So first we have comments in Python. So what are comments? Comments are the statements or piece of code that is not executed by the compiler. It is used basically to represent in our code that what a block of code does. For example, say this is a comment in our Python. If we try to execute it, it won't return any kind of output. So this is a comment and we use here the hash symbol. It describes what the block of code does. We will see its application in the next part as well. For example, we have to execute some commands in Python. So commands are basically some statements that are used to write the program. Suppose say we are using print statement here. Print say hello, or say we are going to write data science. This is how we execute the command. We are using the run button. And if we write a comment here, printing data science state, again the output is same. That means the only executable command here is print statement. The next part here is importing packages in Python. So what are packages? Packages are a way of organizing the related modules together for programmers' convenience. It can help us programmers to reuse the code that is pre-made and available in such packages and libraries. Libraries are basically the collection of packages and codes. So how we import packages in Python? We import packages in Python using the import statement. And here we have used import pandas as PD. Pandas is a library in Python that is used for data manipulation, and as PD means we are creating an alias of pandas as PD. That means if we want to call any function from pandas library, we don't need to call it using the complete pandas name, and instead we can use it using PD. Now suppose if we want to call only a specific part of the module or package, then we can use from the name of the library or package and then import, suppose say a read CSV function. If we execute it, see here only read CSV has been imported from our pandas library. We will use this read CSV function here to get data into Python. I will write it again here. See pd dot read CSV. Since we need a data path here, read CSV basically takes the path of the data set. So we are going to be utilizing the pre-made data set available in Google Colab. Say suppose housing training. We copy the path and paste it here. If we will execute it, see this is our data set, California housing training. Now we can store this data set into a variable, means a object that will store all the output that is returned by this command. We have used where here, we can also use suppose say data here. So our data is stored. What does data contain? Data basically has this complete table. This is how we can save any output in our Python. Now if we want to access the records and variables here, say we can print this data like this. We need to execute this first. Now this will work. Say print data. This is the table that is again returned by our Google Colab compiler. Now we can also write here, if we want to say only show longitude and latitude, then how we can do it? Write the name of the var or variable data, and then we are using this square brackets, and we will use longitude. We write the column name that we want to return. So if I simply just comment it out and execute it, see, this is how only the longitude column has been returned. If I want to use or have multiple columns, I can add the name latitude, say, and I need to use an outer square bracket to show the compiler that we are using two columns here. See, this is how we are having longitude and latitude, both the columns returned. Another way there is to use the log attribute present in our pandas library. How does log works? Basically, it has the syntax of row label and column label. For example, if we want to use, we can write data and dot log. We are calling log for data, and we will write here, say 0. If we write 0 here, what does this return? This returns only the first column. That is what is at the 0th position. Now say if I write 2, here we use the square brackets again. Yeah, so we had to use the square brackets again to show that we are calling two positions, that is 0th and 2nd. So all the values have been returned here. So this is how we access the records and variables in Python. And that's all for today's video. In the next video, we will discuss how to prepare the data for the processing to create models.